wild hair up my keister. That's the terminal. Nala. I got a wild hair up my keister. That's a terminology that we like to use in the country. It's actually a bit more colorful than that, but we'll keep it clean here on the channel. That is something you would generally say when you just wake up with an insane amount of determination to get some things done that weren't necessarily planned, and that's what we're doing this morning. So I've just decided I'm gonna take the door off, maybe even strip the door since I have nice weather. It's like 50 degrees out. So I'm gonna take advantage of it, and we're gonna rebuild that hinge. I already rebuilt one door hinge, which I'll show you some of that now. And yeah, we're just gonna work and see what we can get done. Real quick side note, check out the lighting system I have going on here. I just went and picked up one of those really cheap LED lights. They're like 20 bucks from Harbor Freight, and just mounted it on a stand vertically, and this thing has been awesome for shop light. So good options out there. Now, one of the reasons this is happening today is because I wanted to get the door off. I just decided I wanted to get this area cleaned up and prepped before I got these hinges and door mounted back on. This is going to be the best time I have to access all this stuff, so we're just going to go ahead, clean this area up, probably just right in around like here, and then call it, and then we'll move on to rebuilding the other door hinge. Nala, knock it off. Nala, hey, come here. Nala. Little tip, when you guys are working in areas like these, I've found that get yourself one of these 5-in-1 tools and use it to remove as much of the seam sealer as you possibly can, because you don't want to hit this stuff with a sander. It'll just make a big old mess. So I'm just going to keep scraping away at this, and then what I'm going to do, what I did on the other side was I came back through with a wire brush and acetone and basically wiped and scrubbed everything down. And that gave me a really good idea of where I needed to really focus my sanding and cleaning up and what was probably okay paint. So that's what we're going to keep rolling and doing. Making a mess. That right there is progress. So I just get some acetone in a glass jar. That way I can put the lid on and keep it until the job is finished, and a rag. And I just start cleaning everything up. I'll just keep rubbing it and rubbing it. And then eventually I'll come along with a rag and wipe it. And that'll get rid of all this stuff. If I don't do this, it'll gunk up the sander real bad. You can see how that really starts to clean everything up. Then I can come back through here with whatever and sand it down and clean it up. Alright, Alright, so after about an hour's worth of work, scrubbing with acetone and a wire brush, we got all this cleaned up, and now I can hit this with whatever kind of scuff pad or wire brush I want to use on my drill. We'll see where that gets me, and then we will move on to probably the door. So we got all this pretty good and cleaned up. Now I'm not worried about this stuff over here. I did want to get all the seam sealer and everything cleaned off over here, but I can work on this with the door on. I mainly want to deal with the area in here in case for some reason I decide I want to end up keeping the door on once it's mounted, and I want to do all the work to it on the car. So I'm going to spray this with some of the rust converter because we have some pitting in here. The two areas where the hinge is mounted, because these weren't, I believe these weren't painted from the factory, so there is a lot of pitting in here. So I'm going to coat these, let them go, and then I'm going to come back and just spray Rust-Oleum over them, just these areas. That will at least be better than what they had from the factory. And I'll decide what I want to do in here. I'll have to decide whether I want to try to get primer on this before the door goes back on, or if I can prime this with the door on. I'm not sure. I gotta think about that. But for now, we're gonna get these areas covered up. Alright, I wasn't kidding when I told you about that wild hair. And what I'm doing now, because I'm not going to get too many more warm days. You know the saying, you got to make hay when the sun's shining. I'm going to strip the door. I'm going to strip down the areas that I know need absolutely need metal work. And then I'm going to sand down the rest of the stuff. And we'll see where we get. Okay, so obviously at this point, it's clear to us all that this Mustang, the 66, that this door is off of used to be maroon. And I don't know why it took me so long to figure this out. But if you see here where the gaskets were from the door handle and the lock, they just repainted this whenever they put it on my car, I assume, and just did a quick paint job. And you can see the original color here. I was thinking that this was just a red primer underneath this door, but no, there's blue paint and then the red, maroon, and then primer, and then the door. I got to get all the blue off because I don't want more than one layer on here. Alright, so here's as far as I got with the door. Not as much as I wanted to get it done outside, but it's still a start, and everything I removed today outside is less dust than, you know, what I would be doing in the garage whenever I finally get to it. So that's good. But now we're going to turn our attention to the bottom door hinge. Alright, so we're almost finished with rebuilding the lower door hinge. All I have to do is install this guy here, and then gotta put the spring on. Man down. I got him. We're good. Got to install this spring, and yeah, then we'll be done. And that'll be a wrap for the door hinges. I think I already showed you guys this one. This is the upper hinge. It is done and rebuilt. Ready to rock and roll. All right, let's get to it. As you guys can see, I took the time to paint up the bolts as well for the door hinge. So, yay for me. Doing a dry run on this guy because the last thing I want to do is install this the wrong way, like over on this side. That would be, well, that would just suck really bad. I think this is correct. Wish me luck on this one. Hopefully I don't lose some teeth. Looks like we did all right. We'll find out whenever I get them mounted on the door. I'm gonna be honest with you, that was one of the more terrifying things I've done on this project so far. Those springs don't look very big, but when you start compressing them and you can feel the energy in them, it gets a little dicey. I'm not convinced it's put together right either. I'm just looking at it and I feel like there's something wrong. I'm not sure what it is. We'll find out whenever I go put it on the car. Okay, so this is Tuesday. That's everything I'm doing for this episode, but we will have another episode up, hopefully Friday. I'm gonna try to do 2 a week now, and possibly even a brief live every Sunday. We'll see. I'm trying to bump things up and get more progress done on the car. So, trying to go in warp speed. If you're new to the channel and you like what you saw, guys, consider subscribing. It would be incredibly helpful. And to everybody else, you know I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Until the next episode, guys, stay driven.